few years ago, I sat down and I started asking myself, what makes people successful? You see, I was raised to believe that God, the author and finisher of our faith, is the reason why people are successful. But then I grew and I realized that a lot of people in this world who are successful, who are wealthy, who are impacting life. Think about Warren Buffett, think about Bill Gates, Brad Pitt, Morgan. There are a whole lot of these guys who are not Christians. Some people even believe that there's a God that exists, but yet they're successful. And so when I realized that, the next question became, if these guys can be successful, then there has to be something behind that it's universal, that anybody, regardless of their beliefs or their experiences, that if they tap into those things or that thing, then they're able to reproduce the same kind of result. And so when I started questioning this, I started researching and I found out that there are some certain laws that are called universal laws or laws of the universe. They're just principles that the universe is built on, and if anybody taps into that or anybody uses those laws to live their lives, it's very easy for them to reproduce, because a law is, if you do this, this happens, right? Some sightings say that there are 12, some say there are 7, but there are 5 that I have really studied and are very dear to my heart. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 universal laws that everybody should remember and should live by, because when you do, then success, greatness, living an impactful life is something that will come naturally. Stay with me. Audio Jungle. Hey guys, my name is Itimi. I make brand marketing and inspirational videos every week. Thank you so much for being here and staying to watch this video. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. And if you subscribed before, then click on the bell button to get notified when I put on new videos. And if you've done that, thank you so much. I love you. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's get right into the video. So we're going to start with law of attraction. Law of attraction simply says that whatever you focus on, you attract. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. I first heard of this law of attraction in like 2012 or 2013. My friend brought this video called The Secret, and then we read a book also called The Secret, and it was solely about law of attraction. Talks from different philosophers and different people, just sharing their experiences of how they wanted something and they focused on that thing so much that eventually the universe brought it to their existence. So the universe operates with energies, right? Intangibles, with frequency. So it's whatever that you focus on that it takes. The universe is not capable of picking whether your energy is a bad energy or a good energy, right? It just knows that you are emitting something. That thing could be good, that thing could be bad, but whatever it is you're emitting is what it brings back to you. So if you're so focused on what you don't want or what you want to change in your life, somehow you're going to keep remaining in that situation, because that's all the energy you are actually emitting. But if you focus on what you want, on the positives, on what you want to be, on where you want to go to, then that also will always comes to you. So for me, I try to apply this in my life by always keeping the things I want in focus. Whenever I want something to become reality, I just make sure I keep it in my focus. And it's from the little things, like put it on my vision board by talking about it over and over again to everybody around me, so making sure that it's on my to-do list, on my goal list. Sometimes I go as far as screen grabbing my to-do list on my notepad and making it my wallpaper, right? Or making it my lock screen or on my laptop or my phone, just so that every time I pick up that device, it's that thing I see, and so it's always in my focus. Whatever you focus on, you attract. So here, if you want to be something, if you want to become something, if you want to get something, then put that thing in your focus. Make sure that it's the same thing that you're thinking about over and over and over again. And if you do that, you attract it. Law number 2 that I like to keep in my mind is the law of action. The law of action is simply that the difference between where you are right now and where you want to be is the things that you've not done, right? It is what you do that gets you from one point to the other. You want to get from point A to point B, there's no way to do it. You can't wish it upon yourself. You have to do something. The Bible says that faith without works is dead. It means that you have to do it. There's a part of believing, there's a part of keeping to your focus, there's a part of writing it down, talking about it, but all those things would actually never work unless you actually take a step. Taking a step doesn't mean that you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe that God's promises will come to manifestation. No, taking a step is actually taking a step is actually you believing, but your belief in action. So if you want to get to somewhere, if you want to become something, you have to learn how to do. Unless you do, you literally cannot become. There's a part of the Bible that says that the Lord will bless the work of your hands. I always think about it. If there's no work in your hand, I don't understand. What does God want to bless? The difference between where you are and where you want to go is the things that you do. If you don't take a step, then you never become. This third law is a tough pill to swallow. It was tough for me to even accept, but it's the law of cause and effect. The law states that for every action there's a consequence. The Bible puts it in this way: whatever a man sows, he shall reap. I mean, it's very hard to just realize that there actually might be karma, because when I do something, there's going to be a reaction for it. It makes me always think about my choices and my actions. It's not just for me, but also for the people around me. It makes me care more about people around me, because when I'm doing something, it's not just about how it will come back to me, but also about how it will affect the other people around me. It's something to just keep your mind that your actions would definitely have a consequence. It might be good, it might be bad. The consequence might be directly for you, or it might be for other people, but there's always going to be a reaction to things that happen on earth. So you want to always care about the things that you do and the choices that you make and the actions that you take, because karma, as they say, is a bitch. Whatever you sow, you actually would reap. Law number 4 is the law of transmutation of energy, which just states that everybody has within them the power to change the course of your life. This law is a very, very phenomenal, fundamental, pivotal, any big word you want to think about. And I realized it a long time ago, just understanding that my life is actually a sum total of the choices that I make. One of the greatest things that God gave us after the love of God, or after the love of Jesus, is the free will, the power to choose what you want to do, the power to become as you will. God doesn't force anybody to do anything. He tells you, he leads you, he tries to urge you, but he never will force your hand into anything. Everything that you become is as a result of your choice. You can't blame your experiences, you can't blame your choices or who you become today or your actions on experiences that you have, because some people have that same experience but they choose something different. Everybody has within them the power to change the course of their life, and it's all about the decisions and the choices that you make every single day. I tell myself every day that whatever I will become will be as a result of the choices that I make and the things that I do or the things I choose not to do. So the 5th law is the law of relativity. The law of relativity says that, you know what, I want to read this out for you guys. I wrote it down and I want to read it so I can actually pass the message the exact way I want to pass it. It says that each person will receive a series of problems for the purpose of strengthening the life within. First, it also teaches us to compare our problems to other people and be able to put this thing into proper perspective. And no matter how bad we perceive our own situation to be, there's always someone who is in a worse situation. First, let's break this all down. The first part of it says that everybody will face hard times. Everybody will go through bad situations. Everybody will have bad times. I mean, the Bible in 1 John says that we'll all have trials and tribulations in this life. There'll be times that'll be hard. There'll be times when you want to go crazy, when you're frustrated. It's just normal order of life. But also understand that you will never have more than you can handle, right? Things that will come to you will never be more than you can bear or be more than your level of awareness or your level of understanding or your level of knowledge. There'll be hard times, but you will get through them because there will not be times that are too much for you to handle. The second thing is that your situation is not the worst in the world. No matter how bad you think it is for you, there's probably somebody else out there who is having it worse than you. You're all in this thing together, this thing called life. Everybody will face hard times. So just remember that life is not a bed of roses. And when you feel like you are down and you feel like you're facing a tough situation, just tell yourself, it's all relative. Everybody is dealing with it, or everybody has gone through this, or in a few months, a few weeks, in time, somebody else will go through the same thing. It's nothing deep. It's just that every day when I wake up, as much as possible, I like to remind myself of this stance, right? For every action, there's a consequence. It's all relative. I'm not alone in this world. I'm not living an isolated life. My struggles are not unique to me. There are other people who are going to face it. The law of action. If I want to become, I have to take steps every day. I have to push. I have to make sure that I'm doing something. I have to also focus on the things that I want, because whatever I think is what I will become. Whatever I focus on is what I will attract. And I have the power to change my life at every point in time. The power I need to change the course of my life is in every decision that I make or the choices that I actually make. It's all really in my power. Always try to remember these laws. You can also study more. Just Google the universal laws of life or the laws of the universe and you find some more laws. But these are the 5 I try to remember. I hope you remember them too, because it will totally change your understanding and perspective and outlook of life. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not, please. And if you have, thank you so much. Please turn on the bell notification button. If you've done that too, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. Please comment. Please share. Please leave your thoughts below. I would definitely like to know the principles that you also live by in your life. But guys, thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. Peace out.